Good morning. Please be seated. Welcome to the 128th commencement of the Wharton School. Dean Robertson, members of the faculty, distinguished guests, alumni, members of the class of 2012, and of course, all of your families. We come together this morning to honor and celebrate the achievements of Wharton's class of 2012. Now, seniors, remember it seems like so long ago during our first senior event, I told you this is speech season. Well, hold on just a little bit more. The end of speech season is in sight. A couple of more of these, and you'll no longer be Penn students, but rather Penn alumni. So bear with us for just a little bit more words and advice. Just 4 years ago, you began your freshman year at the University of Pennsylvania. Wow, time goes by really fast, doesn't it? Since then, you have slogged through Math 104, figured out what open is, built, some know more than others, built your teamwork skills through countless group projects, forged lifelong friendships with the people that you might not have ever met, but for your simultaneous path through Penn. These friendships and the relationships you build with others after college will undoubtedly be some of the most rewarding aspects of your life. The connections you make and the ability to build and sustain relationships are not only critical ingredients to happiness, but also to success. In this technologically driven world, we increasingly find ourselves in voluntary social isolation. Even in the presence of others, we often wall ourselves off, checking email, texting. You know, kindergarten may be the last place, other than Management 100, where we learn to play well with others. The fact is, interpersonal skills matter. You know, Steve Jobs is always going to be remembered for how he rose to power, fell, and rose again. He was a genius, a visionary. But his relationships with his colleagues were notoriously toxic. Ultimately, though, he was able to rise again because he was a brilliant entrepreneur. However, his legacy, while great, will always be tempered by the asterisk of his poor interpersonal skills. At the most basic level, businesses are groups of people working together to get something done. And for long-term success, you're going to need to be able to navigate the social landscape. You don't live in a bubble, and you won't work in a bubble either. So, even if you are a visionary, a genius, my advice to you is be flexible and adaptable. Listen attentively and seek to understand. Whether you are interacting with people in your own team or negotiating a deal with another company, find a way to connect and to align your interests. You've practiced these skills at Wharton. Continue to do so when you leave. If you play well with others, you will find your path to success a much easier one. Okay, that was the advice. Now for the praise that I mentioned earlier. I really do have confidence in you because you've already gone far and achieved so much while you were here. Very briefly, you have established outstanding academic initiatives through the Wharton Undergraduate Advisory Board, helped us pilot the first senior capstone course, served as advisors to Management 100, contributed to a stronger undergraduate community through numerous club events and conferences, worked on countless hours of research and projects with our distinguished faculty, excelled in varsity sports as all Ivy players, served your peers across the university as the class of 2012 board officers and members of the UA, SAC, SPEC, SKU, and NEC. Parents, if you don't understand that, your students will tell you. You've grown, stretched, and clearly achieved a tremendous amount. As Wharton graduates, I know you have the skills and knowledge to make a positive impact and take advantage of all of the opportunities that the world will present. We will miss you. Some of you might also miss us. Always know you have friends at Wharton, and especially in G95. Drop us an email. Let us know how you're doing and what's happening in your life. And better yet, come back in person and mentor those that who will come after you. And now, I'm pleased to introduce Thomas S. Robertson, Dean and Reliance Professor of Management and Private Enterprise and Professor of Marketing here at Wharton. Dean Robertson is a leading expert on marketing strategy and competitive behavior. As Dean, he provides a strategic vision for all of our educational research and outreach programs, advancing Wharton as a source of innovation and a force for good around the world. He is currently leading our $550 million fundraising campaign with emphasis on student fellowships, expanding our world-class faculty, and programs in global leadership and social impact. Please join me in welcoming Dean Thomas S. Robertson.
Wow. Thank you, Vice Dean Phillips. And welcome, graduates and families and friends. Our graduates receive their Wharton degrees today. It's a wonderful achievement and the result of a great deal of hard work. But this was supposed to be a day for mothers, not their kids, wasn't it? Isn't this Mother's Day? So graduates, let's take a moment now to thank the mothers, and while we're at it, let's thank all your families and friends for the hard work that they have done to help you get across the finish line today. Let's give them a round of applause. It's a pleasure to be with you today. I'm sorry that we're inside on such a beautiful day, but Siri said it was going to rain. Frankly, I think Siri could use an optimism upgrade. Actually, a little more optimism is a good idea for all of us. And that's what I'd like to talk about. Whether you're here as a graduate, family member, faculty, or friend, optimism is an undervalued commodity. It is indeed the fuel of human progress. You're more optimistic than you know. Remember the last time you got on a plane and they told you to turn off your cell phone because it might interfere with a flight? You didn't really believe that, did you? After all, nobody goes through your bags to see if you left Angry Birds on. Though I suppose if it's Words with Friends and you're Alec Baldwin, you might get kicked off the airplane. Seriously, if they're putting our fate in the hands of anybody with a smartphone, we're all in trouble. Another remarkable phenomenon is that a 747 can get off the ground at all. It weighs almost 1 million pounds. So that alone tells me you have some optimism because you get on that plane. And so, from that optimistic perspective, here's an unconventional view. It seems to me that the global economy is booming. Yet nobody seems to realize it, except me, of course. And let's look for some evidence. The great driver of modern economic progress is globalization. To succeed, it takes an open society and relatively free markets. Over the past 20 years, China has moved toward economic openness, and so have Russia, India, Brazil, and countless others. We can see a clear parallel between engagement with a global marketplace and growing economic strength in developing countries. Are there gaps and systemic shortcomings in the global economy? Of course. But when has that not been true? The trend today is undeniably upward. Consumer confidence is up, with the most confidence appearing in Asia and Latin America. But confidence is rising in the US also. The signs are out there, both big and small. Here's a small example. Many countries that more people are eating out. That is a small example. And back in the US, home sales were up last month. Housing prices are up for the first time since 2007. Manufacturing is up. Corporate profits are up. And Ford's bonds have been removed from the junk pile. Over and over, the pessimists get it wrong. The optimists get it right, and we all enjoy the spoils. Think about a pessimist cashing out of the stock market in late 2008, and that would have been exactly the wrong thing to do. So what's the best way to act on optimism? I say it's to take great leaps. Your fellow alumnus, Elon Musk, who sat here, class of '97, helped found PayPal, sold it to eBay for more than $1 billion, and now he's built the first private company to launch and return a spacecraft from orbit. He says his greatest goal is to make life multi-planetary, to enable self-sustaining civilizations on other planets. Elon knows that technology is not the whole story. It takes someone unafraid to transform our wildest dreams into reality. So the most influential and exciting changes are usually things that nobody considered, even a few years before. If you could get in a time machine and go back, say, 30 years to tell them what's coming, imagine how crazy you would sound. You might say something like this: in less than a generation, you and nearly everyone else will walk around with a device in your pocket from which you can access virtually all of the collected knowledge of mankind. And you're going to do all this with what looks like a sheet of glass with a little metal rim. Isn't that right, Siri? We're surrounded by miracles of optimism. They're so common, we forget how amazing they really are. And yet, there are even more on the way. There are efforts right now to put data servers on the moon. Why? It's the ultimate safe backup against catastrophe here on Earth. Now that's optimism. The big idea is actually made possible by yet another big idea. What if our server on the moon is hit by a meteorite? Since you can't just fly up there to replace it, maybe a server on the moon isn't such a good idea, but in recent years, we've learned how to create plastics which, if broken or cracked, can literally heal themselves. Over the course of hours or days, they seal up as though nothing had ever happened. Never mind the moon, I want my son's bumper to be made out of that stuff. Technology is just optimism brought to life. All of you are optimists. It's why you entered this program. You saw great futures for yourself, and now you're at the start of something very big. Let me revise that. You're not starting something big, you're continuing something big, because hopefully you'll make Wharton a part of your lifelong learning. You will be involved with us for peer-to-peer mentoring and the exchange of new ideas. From now on, you come to receive and to share, to put knowledge into action for yourself and for the world. We're not done with each other, and that makes me very happy. In that same vein, I'm looking forward to seeing how you carry out the mission of the Wharton School, the social impact you will undertake, the innovation that you will bring to life, and the ways you will use globalization to create opportunity and value, because you will. I'm optimistic. You came to Wharton for the extraordinary opportunity that this great place provides, and now another extraordinary opportunity awaits. You have a lot in front of you if you're just willing to take that leap. It's an amazing world and an amazing time. Let the pessimists have their worries. Go build the world you want. And for this, Siri agrees. Congratulations and good luck. Each year, a representative from the graduating class is selected as Wharton's graduation speaker. And this year, it's my pleasure to introduce Samuel Wayne Rowland. Sam's from Springfield, Missouri, and is graduating with concentrations in marketing and management. While at Wharton, he was a practice leader at the Wharton Small Business Development Center, and he was also a committee member and mentor with community school student partnerships and after-school program in West Philadelphia. He spent his summers doing strategy and financial services consulting and spent a semester abroad in Copenhagen. After graduation, he will work at the Chicago headquarters of A.T. Kearney, a large strategy consulting firm. Please join me in welcoming Sam Rowland to the podium.
Good morning, Dean Robertson, Deputy Dean Gibbons, Vice Dean Phillips, faculty, staff, distinguished alumni of all reunion years, family, friends, and classmates. I am truly honored to address such a distinguished body. As I stand before you, one question lingers in my mind. Why are you at Wharton? I remember the first time I was asked that question in an interview. Something about it was hard for me to answer. Perhaps it was the fact that I was feeling claustrophobic, sitting in what can best be described as a closet in the OCR suite. Or perhaps I just didn't know. Nah, that can't be it. After all, I'm a Wharton student. We know everything. In all honesty, it is a difficult question. But after 4 years at Wharton, how can it be that this question is really the most difficult to answer? Why is Walmart successful? Local monopolies. Why does my pair of sneakers cost so much? Brand premiums. Why are there 60 types of toothpastes? Differentiated segment tastes. Why do some olive oils cost $40? Price framing. Where do you find the smartest students in the country? Wharton. These are all easy questions. Despite being tough, I knew that interview question was important. It was really asking, what does it mean to go to Wharton? Now, we all know what our friends and roommates think is the answer to this question. Over the years, I've kept a list. To them, going to Wharton means wearing a suit, having 10 copies of your resume ready at all times in a neatly organized padfolio, being able to find your group meeting in F62 without asking, what is F? Just having a group meeting in the first place, knowing where the Lehman Brothers quad is, and chuckling every time you walk across it, and associating G6 with first a lecture hall and only second a song lyric. But those are the insights of just those closest to us. Our friends who walked next to us on Locust, our roommates who saw us leave for each late night group meeting and interview. As a result, they probably have the most accurate view of what it is we Wharton students do. You see, I can still remember when I told my grandmother that I was accepted to the Wharton school. She had a puzzled look on her face and asked, do they teach that at the prison, or are there actually special Wharton schools? All kidding aside, what does it mean to go to Wharton? Obviously, there's more to it than just suits and GSRs. The Wharton Undergrad program defines itself as business and more. Despite its brevity, I think there's something to that definition. Everyone always wonders what they mean by more, but I think that's the whole point. As much as we may naturally try to peg down what it means to go to Wharton, there really is no definition, no set experience, no set trajectory after graduation. Wharton is business, but beyond that, it's what we make of it. Now, I can't leave this podium without issuing an inspiring request of some sort. It's at least an implicit obligation in exchange for being offered this soapbox. But I'm not going to tell you to go out and change the world. You will surely do so. I'm also not going to tell you to make millions of dollars. I know you'll do that. All I request is that we continue to share our answers, not on exams, and not in violation of our confidentiality agreements. But make sure that before we leave this campus, you share what more means to you. So, I ask you now, before your faculty, family, and friends, why have you been at Wharton? Why have you spent long hours in GSRs? Why have you huddled in OCR interview closets and attended about 100 info sessions? Why did you accept the scornful glares of MBA students who condescendingly took an extra 10 minutes to get out of their GSR or classroom? Why did you take classes requiring 5 concurrent projects? We did all of that in order to sit here today, prepared with the analytical tools taught in the core and the ingenuity taught in the concentrations, ready to tackle the biggest business decisions in the manner only a Wharton student can, able to answer those tough questions. And at the same time, we are here to share our answers, to benefit from lifelong camaraderie. After all, if we've learned anything from all our case studies, it's that one bright, sunny spring day, we'll be sitting together in rather ornate offices, with our Wharton diplomas framed on the walls above our heads, pondering an upcoming merger or a big product launch as we look out our window at the beautiful red and blue flowers basking in the sunshine. Then we will easily see why it is we went to Wharton. For now, congratulations, class of 2012.
Thank you, Sam, and we are glad that you chose Wharton over prison. The class of 2012 had the opportunity to select a faculty member to address them at graduation. All Wharton seniors had the opportunity to vote, and this year's faculty speaker is Professor Pete Fader, the Francis and Pei-Yuan Professor of Marketing. Professor Fader's expertise centers on the analysis of behavioral data to understand and forecast consumer shopping and purchasing activities. He knows what you buy. He has been published in and serves on the editorial boards of a number of leading journals in marketing, statistics, and management sciences. He has won many awards for his teaching and research accomplishments. Our students enjoy his class in applied probability and models in marketing, and he is frequently asked to serve as an expert speaker for many of our student clubs and organizations. Please join me in welcoming Professor Fader.
Unlike many of the speakers you'll be hearing from this weekend, I'm going to be honest with you. Many speakers will point to the word that's being used for this weekend's events, commencement, and they'll take it very literally. In their speeches, they'll tell you that you're only at the beginning of your adult life. They'll tell you about all the challenges and opportunities that may be in store for you in the future. Well, that's all very nice. And while they might be correct from a purely definitional standpoint, that's surely not why you brought so many family and friends with you here today to celebrate. So in contrast, I'd like to call it what it really is and focus instead on the more appropriate word, capstone. That's truly why we're gathered here and enjoying such a festive weekend. This is the high point of your time at Penn, your crowning achievement. Of course, there will be good times ahead, but today, you're not looking at the path ahead, but at the path that brought you here. Today is the capstone of your coursework and other academic endeavors, the capstone of your social events and community building activities, and for many of you, the capstone of your athletic achievements. I'm honored to be celebrating this glorious day with you, and one of the reasons why you chose me is because of the capstone that Vice Dean Phillips referred to, a brand new seniors-only course that proved to be a huge success right out of the gate. This past January, 52 brave volunteers cut short their holiday break to come back to campus to take on an intense and risky new course featuring a complex simulation game, intricate interpersonal maneuvering within and across teams, and a deep re-immersion into many of the theories, models, and concepts that you've learned, or at least been exposed to in your Wharton courses. This capstone was a wonderful experience for everyone involved, thanks in large part to the leadership of Vice Dean Phillips, the hard work of the entire undergraduate division, but primarily because of how well you, the class of 2012, brought your incredible spirit, your natural curiosity, and your exceptional can-do attitude to all aspects of the course. I thank you for embracing it and creating a new Wharton tradition for future classes. You prove to me, once again, why I love to teach Wharton undergraduates, and while all of us on the faculty are so lucky to have you challenging us, validating our scholarly efforts, and constantly pushing us to raise the bar on what business education really means. And for me personally, it's a big capstone year as well. I'm celebrating my 25th year on the Wharton faculty. Some of your parents were here as students when I first joined the faculty in 1987, and I look forward to educating many of your children in the decades ahead. I'm sure that I'll continue interacting with them just as much as I've enjoyed working with the thousands of students that I've met over the years, but very few Wharton classes have been as interesting and enjoyable as yours. Granting me this special honor of allowing me to share this wonderful day with you is a very meaningful capstone in my own career, and I can't thank you enough for it. Best wishes, class of 2012, and relish this capstone moment.
Hello, my name is Christine Scavera, and I'm co-chair of the Wharton Dean's Undergraduate Advisory Board. I'd like to start off by congratulating the class of 2012. Graduation is a time for each of you to take pride in the accomplishments you've achieved at the university and in the Wharton School. It is also a time when we as students pause to recognize the contributions of our outstanding faculty. Each year, the Wharton Undergraduate Division recognizes faculty who have demonstrated outstanding commitment to teaching and the learning environment. I would like to ask those recipients who could be with us today to please stand when I call your name. Please hold your applause until I have announced all of this year's Teaching Award winners. Recipients of the Excellence in Teaching Award in the standing faculty are Keisha A. Cutright, Marketing; Peter Fader, Marketing; Lauren M. Hitt, Operations and Information Management; Nianha Shea, Legal Studies and Business Ethics; Jean Lamar, Statistics; Philip M. Nichols, Legal Studies and Business Ethics; Ram Y. Schrift, Marketing; G. Richard Schell, Legal Studies and Business Ethics; Joseph Simmons, Operations and Information Management; Yuri Simonson, Operations and Information Management. Please join me in congratulating these faculty members for their excellence. The Wharton School also recognizes excellence in teaching in the undergraduate core curriculum. This year, William Laufer, Julian Aresti Professor of Legal Studies and Business Ethics, Sociology and Criminology, has been awarded the Rappaport Undergraduate Core Teaching Award. This honor, based on student course evaluations, is awarded to Professor Laufer for his outstanding teaching in Legal Studies 210, Corporate Responsibility and Ethics. Please join me in congratulating Professor Laufer for his teaching excellence. Our final teaching honor, the William G. Whitney Award, is given in recognition of excellence in teaching in the affiliated faculty. I would like to ask that the recipients who could be with us today to please stand when I call your name. Again, please hold your applause until I have announced all this year's winners. This year's award recipients are Stephen Blum, Legal Studies and Business Ethics; Charles Forer, Legal Studies and Business Ethics; Anne Greenhall, Management; Maury Teherapur, Legal Studies and Business Ethics; David Wessels, Finance. On behalf of the entire Wharton undergraduate community, I would like to thank these professors for their commitment to both teaching and excellence to their students. Please join me in applauding this year's recipients.
We now go from faculty awards to student awards. And the first award is the Dean's Award for Excellence. The recipient of this year's Dean's Award for Excellence has demonstrated a deep commitment to academic, co-curricular, and service activities during his 4 years at Penn. A coordinated dual degree student in Huntsman and business. He's won Marshall and Truman scholarships and was a finalist for the Rhodes. He studied abroad in Jordan and Spain and has been involved in research and service projects in Tanzania, Kenya, and Nicaragua, exemplifying Wharton's mission to advance business and society on a global level. He's also been a great campus leader. As a member and chair of the Wharton Dean's Undergraduate Advisory Board, he worked with students and faculty on major initiatives, including the creation of the Social Impact and Responsibility Concentration and the annual Biz Talks events that provides a forum for faculty to present their innovative research to students. He's also co-founder of Dorm Room Diplomacy, a cross-campus attempt to generate mutual understanding and communication between college students in the U.S. and the Middle East. On top of all this, he's a Management 100 TA, a member of Wharton Ambassadors, and a senior representative on the Huntsman Program Student Advisory Board. For his accomplishments as a scholar and student leader, it is my pleasure to present the Dean's Award for Excellence to Corey Metzman. Corey. We can see there was some agreement with that award. The next award is the Dean's Award for Innovation. Seeing a need for free online tutoring for middle and high school students, this year's winner came up with an innovative solution in tutorchatlive.org. Utilizing volunteers to offer free on-demand tutoring online, this student has almost single-handedly redefined tutoring for the 21st century. She designed a website, developed partnerships with schools, created the marketing materials, and recruited volunteers to tutor. Since its launch in September 2010, tutorchatlive.org has obtained 501c3 status, acquired more than 18,000 registered student users, received more than 6,000 tutoring chat requests from students, and offered more than 2,000 hours of service in 53 subject areas. For applying the Wharton spirit of innovation to provide a much-needed service, I am pleased to present the 2012 Dean's Award for Innovation to Diana Catan. Diana. Another honor well deserved. The Dean's Award for Service to Penn and the Greater Philadelphia Community. The recipient of this award is given tirelessly throughout his life. He served as a firefighter before even setting foot on campus and quickly joined a student-run Penn Medical Emergency Response Team. He was made crew chief and supervisor in less than a semester and was soon elected as operations captain. In this position, he created communication protocols and developed a much-needed critical incident stress debriefing protocol. As captain, he's also staffed and oversaw the medical emergency response team personnel during campus events such as Hay Day and Spring Fling. For aiding his fellow students in time of need and for improving the quality of emergency services at Penn, it's my pleasure to present the 2012 Dean's Award for Service to Penn and the Philadelphia community to William Doyle. Congratulations, William, we need you. The winner of this year's Dean's Award for Service to Wharton has excelled in academics and life outside the classroom while still finding time to give back to the school. She has devoted countless hours mentoring younger students and serving as a role model through her various leadership roles. In her 4 years here, she has helped transform the cohort system, creating community through the development of events such as the amazing cohort race, cohort cares, and cohort Thanksgiving. In the process, she cultivated relationships and mentorships within the cohort system that will last a lifetime. Through her work with the Social Impact Consulting Group, she brought knowledge gained at Wharton to various nonprofit organizations, helping to prevent school closures and helping organizations out of bankruptcy. In doing so, she demonstrated to her fellow students the impact they can have on the outside world and how they can apply their education for the betterment of the community at large. For her many contributions to Wharton over the last 4 years, I am proud to present the 2012 Dean's Award for Service to Wharton to Joan Lee. Thank you, Joan, for all you've done. We also have other student award winners. Many of you have done amazing things for Wharton in your 4 years. And I'd like to draw your attention to the many other student award winners listed in the graduation program. Will these winners please stand now to be recognized? I think you're all winners. I think on behalf of all of us, I'd like to thank you for your sincere commitment to knowledge, innovation, and service. You exemplify the best of the Wharton ethos, and we're deeply indebted to you. So please join me once again in congratulating all these remarkable student leaders. And with that, congratulations again, and I turn it over to our Vice Dean.
Let me add my congratulations to all of you. Okay, that's it. You ready? We will now have the roll call of graduates. Yay! Dr. Scott Romica, Director of Academic Affairs and Advising, and Ms. Mary Ann Lippa, Senior Associate Director of the Wharton Undergraduate Division, will be reading the roll call of graduates. Graduates, please prepare to come on stage.
We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in accounting. Professor Mirko Heinle will greet the candidates. Foster Jebsen. J.D. Knapp. John Joseph Ledeen. Jacob Shaul Levy. Eileen Moyson. Catherine Kang Hong Win. Daniel Short. Jennifer Wong. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in actuarial science. Professor Jean Lemaire will greet the candidates. Casey Elizabeth Barnes Wakus. James Finucane. Samantha Lee. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in Business and Public Policy. Professor Jean Lemaire will greet the candidates. Matthew Akancha Mesa. Courtney Lamar Charleston. Isabel Collins. Alex Enrique Donaire. Charles Gray. Shama Shuffin Jamal. Eliana Ritz. Benjamin Schutler. Yilu Zhang. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in Environmental Policy and Management. Deputy Dean Michael Gibbons will greet the candidates. Lim Hui Mum Melvin. Christina Elena Zima. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in Healthcare Management and Policy. Professor Mark Pauley will greet the candidates. James Albert Calderwood, Jr. Carissa Clark. Meredith Dewey. Pooja R. Doshi. Matthew Richard Gerber. Faizan Khan. David Lee. Michelle Liu. Arya Matabfar. Anisha Nara. Neil N. Patel. Jason Dunmeyer Schmucker. Cecilia Sun. Jeffrey Adams Tillis. Teresa Wang. Nicholas Sun Wilcox. Jeffrey J. Lee. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with an individualized concentration. Deputy Dean Michael Gibbons will greet the candidates. Robert Belcour. Tyler Bernardini. Jamie Thomas Rennie Besant. Max Alexander Cohen. Nooper Grover. Ryo Ishida. Asia LeVay Lampley. Zuri Mishan. John Plaisted. Aaron Rosenson. Allison E. Schmidt. Evan Schoenbach. Catherine Yi Wei. Jessica White. Jabez Yo. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in Insurance and Risk Management. Professor Jean Lemaire will greet the candidates. Jeremy Druckmann. Seth Michael C. Harrison. Lori Liu. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in Operations and Information Management. Professor Catherine Milkman will greet the candidates. Samuel Ryan Applebaum, Julie Shusha Blanc, Jacob Blumenfeld Gantz, Mark Bortz, Alexander Harris Brownstein, Ryan Brush, Monica Castaneda Garcia, Faye Grace Chang, Tiffany Yan Chung, Romina Colmenares Fernandez, Unati Das, Christina David, Stephen Dong, Ashley Shiva Etamadi, Jenny Fan, Whitney Fang, Marlena Filipowska, Sophia Gerard Sampson, Eugenia Gomez, Jeffrey Gu, Hind Omer Hassan, Jesse Levin Herman, Michael Shu, Pavel Hitri, Jose Antonio Isart, Cindy Ju, Diana Giselle Catan, Joseph Kushner, Ariel Danica Lafuente, Joan Chao Lee, Flora Liu, Trisha Mantry, Corey Joel Metzman, Lance Miller, Federico Nusimowicz, Emma Perkins, Julie Fallon Perkins, Anna Pham, Benjamin Pearsall, Janani Ramachandran, Pedro Antonio Reyes, Carlos Fernando Rodriguez Flores, Gregory Victor Oliver Rose, Vani Shastri, Colin Burkhart Schloss, Julie Shen, Erin Alexandra Silk, Joseph Smalls Monte, Matthew John Swanson, Maria Gabriela Tapia Lacayo, Ekaite Ufat Umana, Brittany Rohr Van Valkenburg, Jose Varela, Anna Wan, Justin Warner, Glenn Williams, Joan Wu, Lulu Shao, Louisa Shu, Tiffany Yu, we now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in real estate. Professor Sam Chandran will greet the candidates. Shannon Aquino, Zachary Prynick Brown, Jordan Lorenzi Collins, Kyle Crown, David Eisdorfer, Kaylin Hennessy, Andrew William Kaminsky, Perry Mitchell Leon, Stephanie Lipscomb. Grant Scott Mellon, Jr. Michael A. Powell. Joseph Tennant. David Thomas. Cade K. Wadsworth. Scott Jason Weinrab.
We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in statistics. Professor Zong Ming Ma will greet the candidates. Susan Almasi. Bisan Abu Judi. John Patrick Clifford III. Luis Ernesto Del Valle. Tyler Ernst. Nanayo Mamo. John Wincoop Russell. Robert Evan Sanders. Heather Mimi Shu. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in management. Professors Adam Grant and William Hamilton will greet the candidates. Janelle Crystal Adams. Manish Agarwal. Nena Benson Akpayate. Jeffwa Babylon. Ethan Boydo. Elizabeth Dean. Colin Patrick Donnelly. Andrew Murray Dunn. Alex Ethan Fishman. Allison Fumo. Alyssa Gelkoff. Augustin Gomez de Segura. Andrew Kyle Harrington. Harris Heyer. Shane Humphrey. Sangjun Valentino Kim. Jeffrey Jordan. Jabron Khan. Sally Kwok. Baraka Human Lee. Philip Goodman Levine. Tamar Lisbona. Tony Liu. Happy Liu. Rajit Mahatra. Aaron Leslie Marbley. Alexander Marcus. Ryan Elliott Markman. Alexandra Maria Mesmer. Hillary Ruth O'Shea. Zachary Perlman. Jason Rasmussen. Eric Rask. Victoria Isabella Polabinska. Juan Felipe Rendon. Andrew Roberts. Rebecca Lauren Sassoon. Natalie Shearer. Zachary Rosen. Akash Shah. Jared Shawley. Tyrone Christopher Thomas. Bryant Yick. Luke Naraki. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in marketing. Professors Keisha Cutright and Ram Shrift will greet the candidates. Anne Caroline Bancroft. Jarrell John Brooks. Ashley Marie Brown. Julia Ann Cantu. Connor Ray Cooper. Jeffrey Robert Craig. Andrew Charles D'Agostino. Anne Dang. Lauren Elizabeth Diaz. Jennifer Elizabeth Fan. Bryce Frost. Ruth Gillis Perry. Jared Mackenzie Gums. Alexa Katia Guzman. Gregory Wellman Hall. Matthew Hampshire. Trenae Hardy. Mackenzie Kenner Harper. Marissa Hastings. Hillary Wendy Heimbach. Derek Wolfgang Hieronymus. Brooke Hinton. Ryan Hobbs. Willie Wong. Leslie Hung. Connie Wong. Casey Meredith Irvin. Pratstam Jaratanakul. Baja Layla Johnson. Razine Fayaz Khan. Kristen Kinstree. Jennifer Kwok. Megan Elizabeth Lacey. Winky Vicky Lamb. Allison Lau. Joyce Yuji Lin. Dina Liu. Geneva Long. Andrea Corinne Lynch. Zachary C.S. Lyons. Ara Mastrigan. Chad Miller. Madeline Mollis. Min Win. Caroline Natalie Orsinger. Yi Peng. Margaret Rodriguez. Brian Alexander Rosenthal. Ryan Nicholas Rupert. Catherine N. Sakowski. Brittany Shaw. Kimberly Ann Smith. Julia Catherine Sabino. Ray Tao. Thomas Timothy. Matthew Evan Vogel. Maximilian von Weisberg. Charles Bernard Walker. Diane Wang. Sally Dongi Zhao. Gregory John Van Roten. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in Marketing and Communications. Professors Keisha Cutright and Ram Shrift will greet the candidates. Carolyn Brooks. Jennifer Lynn Hardesty. Ying Wong. We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in Marketing and Operations Management. Professors Keisha Cutright and Ram Shrift will greet the candidates. Oyinkansola Ayobiojo. Matthew Capoletti. Evan Saunders Lim Chen. Carolina Rosa Ernst. Catherine Fang. Nicole Jackson. William Stephen Koshansky Jr. Pramit Kumar. Sang-Ho Lee. Jason Lin. Catherine Marie Mossbrucker. Jay Paik. Chia Pan. Luba Smolensky.
We now present the degree candidates for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in finance. Professors Vincent Claude and Craig McKinley will greet the candidates. Anthony Thomas Abraham. Mauricio Eisenman. Rahel Malaka Aklilu. Peter Lawrence Amos. Shi Hui Ong. Adisalim Asfal. Anisha Adluri. Michael Jet Aubrey. Adam Bowman. Lorenzo Biacco. Kevin Ryan Becker. Gundarv Beatty. Samuel Aaron Berger. Daniel Jacob Burke. William James Bashirs. Lucas Sutton Blanchard. Brian Matthew Bromberg. Evan Benjamin Brower. Matthew Aaron Buckwald. Kevin Michael Bunyak. Jonathan Burla. Amit Bhushan. Allison Ross Byrne. Wendy W. Tsai. Christian Calendar Easby. Karen H. Tsao. Maxwell Alden Carpenter. Megan Mitchell Cassidy. Aaron Michael Caulfield. Valerie Gail Sarasulo. Anthony Federico Cerrone. So Wan Cha. Rebecca Che. Austin J. Chang. Jacqueline Chang. Teresa Shouting Chang. Jacqueline Chen. Vienna Yang Yang Chen. Milo K. Chang. Brian G. Geet Chang. Sylvia Choi. Sasan Chubina. Brandon Christie. Steve Nam Hyuk Chung. Patrick Chung. Stephanie Chung. Tyler Sytek. Jennifer Irene Clayton. Robert Benjamin Cohen II. Royce Cohen. Jillian Cohn. Patrick Coleman. Gina Roman Cotter. Robert Ian Kroll. Marta Patricia Cuevas Gomez. Andrew William Costage. Lauren Marie Cusiniti. Mark Jad Daniel. Robert Griffin Dan. Ishika Das. Richie Z. Day. Jia Yi Deng. Sneha S. Deshpande. Karan Dhruv. Georgy Ivalyev Dimitrov. William Daniel Doyle. Constance Ducas de Nazel. Truett Dwyer. Dmitry Ziabenko. Omar Elhaj. Patrick Victor Ilias. Winnie Pearl Feng. James Rukavina Fenner. Kristen Fergus. Alexander John Farrow. Andrea Forero. Noah Fox. Tristan J. Francis. Burton Freeman. Merrick Ian Friedman. Rong Fu. Barbara B. Gao. Augusto Garcia Mier y Terran. Clayton Gardner. Danielle Sarah Garson. Scott Geftman. Brian Anthony Giesica. Kenneth Glennon. Shashwat Goenka. David Gogel. Jeremy Goldman. Bruno Gollenbeck. James Preston Grant IV. Michael P. Greenberg. Sophia Griggs. Lawrence Gu. Vicky Guan. Jeremy Gurowitz. Michael Robert Guth. Patrick Thomas Hackett Jr. Eleanor Joy Annalise Hayek. Guillaume Hayek. Brian Joseph Howarth. Eric Jason Hyman. Carl Eric Helmold. Shamez Hemani. Gloria Caroline Herbert. Chloe Ho. Franz Herhager. Max Jacob Holtz. Jason House. Brian Jacob Shu. Andrea Hu. Rachel Humphrey. Juan Carlos Ibarra. Bekanware Idanaboye. Alex Field Immerman. Nancy Jane. Rebecca James. Neha Jatar. Alejandro Perez. Payne Jung. Carol Jiaolu Jung. Rong Nancy Jin. Felicitas Jorge. Hee-Yoon Jung. Viraj Garanshankar Kalyani. Yash Vardhan Kandoy. Vidar Kapoor. Eleftherios Karapanagiotides. James Caravalis. Brandon Karsh. Ali Kazmi. Basil Arij Khan. Moiz Khan. Naveen Kasturi. Jordan Andrew Katz. Jonathan Kane. Jane Kim. June Kim. Justin June Won Kim. Vayu Kishore. Preston Naff. Benjamin Lewinter Kruger. Sanchit Kumar. Christian Lacayo. Stephen James Lance. Philip Canton Law. Pachara Lajindikal. William Lee. Abby Lee. Annie Yu Lee. Eve Ying Lee. Felicia Lexono. John Pasquale Liro. Daniel Lesk. Adam James Leslie. Will Lung. Matthew Levine. Daniel Lee. Kwang Li Lee. Meng Shui Lee. David Yuen Lee. Ryan Lim U Win. Jimmy Haiji Lin. Jing Lin. Jeffrey Yu Hin Lu. Han Lu. Susan Shiran Lu. Timothy Haotian Lu. Henry Lu. Cheng Lu. Christine Luo. Paul Leandris. Brian David Lynch. Grace Ma. Manyon Joyce Mack. Irfanali Manji. Samantha Lynn Margulis. Garrett T. Marks. Matthew Joshua Martos. Bradford Marvin. Christina Masson. Jessica Mayer. Michael Andrew Mayer. Michael McBee, Kelly McCarthy, Sharif Ross McDonald, Neil Rahul Merchant, Penny Metchev, Evan Meyer, Robert Meyer, Patrick Miller, Yatan Maraker, Zachary James Mittrich, Christopher Mays, Arjun Mohan,
Federico Moncaliano Marulanda, Sierra Mori, Balf George Morrison Jr., Karen Morvan, Jason Moskowitz, Evan Mossop, Cindy Na, David Nadel, Matav Manahar Nandipati, Francis Nassau, Nathaniel Andrew Knockham, Nicholas Avery Newberger, Kwok Ho Ing, Victor Nyai, Xiao Chun Ni, Allison Norman, Sorgrit Ten Newcasem, Marcel Stephen O'Hayen, Justin Ostroff, Jonathan Oppenheim, Rick Oxenhandler, Love Patel, Neoshi Patel, Anish Patipati, Jonathan Patrice, Jason Michael Patterson, Natalia Diana Calcer, James Pang, Joseph John Percoco, Michael J. Petkin, Michael Picasso, Thomas John Polacek, Danita Punganutri, Calvin C. Hoon, Stuart Coslins, Elizabeth J. Chen, Veena Raju, Sridhar Ravi, Reva Not Reddy, Jason Reyes, Jonathan Risting, Danielle Lauren Rode, Douglas Ross, Juan Javier Sanchez Marcos, Adam Max Saban, Marcos Schneider, Michael J. Scobie, Jeffrey Michael Sadin, Janish Dinesh Shah, Neil Shah, Parth Shah, Naveen R. Shahani, Sanjeev Shahani, Yi Sharp, Alexander Harry Shashu, Andrew Frederick Shanoy, Joshua A. Sherman, Sandesh Shether, Rohan Shalotri, Jonathan K. Shin, Jeongbum Steve Shin, Shane Yu Gun Shin, Ryan Daniel Schmeiser, Anand Shukla, Dustin Shung, Alec Mark Simpson, Amit Singh, Drew Skolnick, Michael Smart, Stephanie So, Sachi Sopti, Jared Lane Solomon, Saruchi Srikanth, David Jedediah Summers, Richard Starles, J. Benjamin Steinberg, Christoph Matthias Suter, Christopher Svenis, Tyler James Swan, Adam Michael Swick, Catherine May Tang, Kyle Tatz, Kenneth Taylor, Pallavi Tatai, Daniel Thau, Luke Aaron Thomas, Lou Tian, Jonathan Pierre Torum, Raymond Tran, Arani Triratanapan, Raul Trisel, Daniel Truong, Yan Hua Ivy Sun, Daniel Urdaneta, Arshan Vakil, Kevin Mitchell Ballas, Selena Villani, Akshay Verma, Joshua Michael Vieira, Michael A. Vigilante, Tara Lakshana Viswanathan, Yevgeny Volkov, Neil J. Wadwa, Chen Edward Wang, Christina Wang,
Ling Chao Wang, Christopher Wascom, Alex Drew Weaver, Jeffrey Burton Westcott Jr., Justin Wieland, Adrian Weishofer, Ryan Stratton Williams, Andrew Windler, Isaac Bartlett Whitman, Emily Wolf, Jerry Wu, Darren Shu, Andy Yu Yang, Fen Fei Yang, Jin Ho Yang, Edwina Yo, Ozan Yilmaz, Se-Hyun Yu, Sarah Yoon, Evelyn Yu, Aryan Zahrahi, Margaret Ann Zamoyski, Linfu Zhang, Si Zhang, Jennifer Zhao. Tony Tianyuan Zhang. Xiaoting Sophia Zheng. Yushu Zhang. Zhenglong Aston. Ting Ting Zhou. Kevin Zhu. Frida Xiaoying Zhou. Yufeng Jeffrey Zhou. Matthew David Mildenberg. We now present the final candidate for the Bachelor of Science in Economics degree with a concentration in marketing. Professor Keisha Cartwright will greet the candidate, Samuel Wayne Rowland.
Wow. Well done, class of 2012. A little bit more. You can stick it. It's now my pleasure to introduce Sam Lundquist, Wharton's Associate Dean for External Affairs. Sam is responsible for all fundraising, alumni relations, because now you are alumni, and alumni communications activities at Wharton. Please join me in welcoming Sam Lundquist.
Good morning, graduates, family, and friends. Wharton is recognized around the globe for its innovative leadership, broad strength in the business world. And today, more than 130 years after the school was founded by Joseph Wharton, we remain dedicated to carrying out its principles: entrepreneurship, innovation, invention, outreach, and a pragmatic love of knowledge. It's a great pleasure to welcome you to the unparalleled alumni community of more than 88,000 across 140 countries worldwide. And you leave the Wharton campus tomorrow, perhaps, but your relationship with the school and with each other will be for a lifetime. Take advantage of the many opportunities to remain involved with the school and with our remarkable alumni network for the years ahead. Doing so will be tremendously rewarding both personally and professionally. And if you think about how important Wharton was to you 4.5 years ago when you applied for admission, I urge you to keep that same level of passion and urgency with you as alumni going forward. Now I'm delighted to share with you an important Wharton tradition. Each year, Wharton alumni who have demonstrated leadership within the Wharton community are extended an invitation to participate in commencement by carrying a flag that signifies the status of being an alumni for each class. One graduate is selected to serve as the alumni marshal who will pass the 2012 alumni flag to a member of the graduating class. This year, we're delighted to have Carlos de la Cruz as our alumni marshal. Mr. de la Cruz is chairman of CC1 Companies, which includes Coca-Cola bottling operations in Puerto Rico, Trinidad, and Tobago. He's a dedicated Wharton alumnus and holds both his bachelor's and MBA from the Wharton School. He's a very active member of the Wharton alumni community and is a member of the undergraduate executive board. In passing the 2012 alumni flag to Samuel Rowland, Mr. de la Cruz is linking the Wharton alumni community to those who join him today. This tradition, among others, that you will experience whenever you return to campus will sustain your pride in being part of a rich Wharton legacy. Thank you.
Okay, we're almost finished, I do promise. You've been an outstanding group of students and leaders. I need you to do a couple more things. I want all of the students to please stand up, turn around, and give one more round of applause to your families that have supported you. Okay, one more thing. One more thing. Remain standing. Could everybody else please rise and join us in the singing of the red and the blue. Words to the song are located at the back of your graduation program if you don't already have them memorized. I'm going to ask Dean Robertson and my colleagues in the undergraduate division to join me at the podium.